Sometimes someone compliments you, and instead of feeling proud, you feel uncomfortable, almost like they're praising the wrong person. You smile. You say thank you. But inside, something feels off. A quiet thought appears. If they really knew me, they wouldn't say that. And the strange thing is, this feeling can happen even when you actually did the thing they're praising you for. So why does praise sometimes feel less like appreciation and more like exposure? The answer has less to do with confidence and more to do with how your brain protects identity. Most people assume praise should automatically feel good, but for many people, it creates tension instead. Your brain immediately starts looking for reasons the compliment might be wrong. They're just being polite. They don't know the full story. It wasn't really that impressive. Later, you replay the moment. You analyze what they said. You even worry you accidentally made yourself look more capable than you really are. This feeling is often connected to something psychologists call impostor feelings. But the deeper reason is something simpler. Your brain holds a very specific story about who you are. And when praise doesn't match that story, your mind treats it like conflicting information. For example, maybe your internal identity says, "I'm still learning. I'm not that talented. I just get lucky sometimes." Now imagine someone saying, "You're really good at this." Your brain sees a contradiction. Two versions of you appear at the same time. The one you believe you are, and the one they seem to see. And the brain doesn't like contradictions, so it tries to fix the tension, usually by rejecting the compliment. But this reaction doesn't mean you're insecure, and it definitely doesn't mean the praise is fake. It means your brain is protecting a stable identity. In psychology, the brain prefers predictability over accuracy, even if the predictable story is slightly negative, because stable identities help the brain feel safe. Think of your identity like a thermostat. Your brain has a certain setting for how capable you believe you are. When praise enters the system, it raises the temperature. But if the thermostat is set lower, your brain tries to bring it back down. So it says things like, "They're exaggerating. It wasn't that big of a deal." From the brain's perspective, this restores balance. But it also creates that strange feeling, like the person they're praising isn't really you. Your brain constantly makes predictions about the world. This process is called predictive processing. Instead of just reacting to reality, the brain predicts what should happen. Then it compares those predictions to what actually happens. If reality matches the prediction, everything feels normal. But if reality doesn't match, the brain experiences something called prediction error. Praise often creates prediction error because your brain predicted something smaller. So now the brain has two options: update the identity or reject the praise. Most people unconsciously choose the second option because updating identity takes time. Your brain would have to rewrite years of self-perception. So instead, it dismisses the compliment. But there are a few small ways to help the brain adjust. Point 1. Separate identity from behavior. When someone praises you, your brain turns it into identity. "You did well" becomes "you're amazing." That leap creates pressure. Instead, translate praise back into behavior. Example, "They liked how I handled that situation." Not, "They think I'm talented." This works because the brain accepts behavior feedback much easier than identity changes. Point 2. Stop arguing with compliments. Your brain wants to immediately explain praise away, but you can interrupt that habit. When someone compliments you, don't mentally debate it. Just let the statement exist. This creates small cognitive tension, and over time, repeated praise slowly updates your self-image. Point 3. Expect identity lag. One of the strangest parts of growth is that your identity updates slower than your abilities. You might already be better at something, while your brain still believes the old version of you. Psychologists call this identity lag. Think of it like software updating in the background. The system has changed, but the interface hasn't refreshed yet. Understanding this alone can reduce that fake feeling, because the discomfort isn't proof you're pretending. It's proof your brain hasn't caught up yet. At some point, something subtle changes. Someone compliments you again, and your mind doesn't rush to reject it. It doesn't search for reasons it might be wrong. It just pauses. and accepts the possibility that maybe the person they're seeing is actually you, not a performance, not a mistake, just a version of yourself your brain needed a little more time to recognize. And sometimes, growth doesn't feel like confidence. It simply feels like the moment when praise stops feeling like exposure